I do think that in some ways I have heard tell of intolerance in this community and racism.
Which is good.
So, no.
It's good. Intolerance is good, right?
Well,
wasn't that what you were saying?
This is a black and white definition of a more subtler point I was trying to make that you're putting on what I said earlier. I think I threw that out and thinking that perhaps there would be a telling incidents I've run across or heard about. Because it is a community that is struggling with rapid change and a change, especially in the makeup of the community. And certainly there are people that are offended or frightened by that.
People of color?
No, the people that live here that are reacting to the change in their community.
White people are afraid of
Thank you.
minority communities.
That's what I
moving
meant.
in.
Absolutely.
People of color, that's what I
And
meant.
it's rampant, yes.
And it should be noted that there are groups now in Clark County pushing for armed neighborhood watch,
That's right.
right? So armed neighborhood watch.
And we're-
this
AKA
pretty much ends one
Florida.
day, right? It ends with Trayvon Martin.
Yeah,
It
that's
ends with dead children of color.
We are talking about time. How many people tolerate our lovely Sons of the Confederacy, and I could join if I wanted to, monument. Should we tolerate that?
No,
Is
No.
it something we should tolerate?
no.
No?
No. So that's...
Why
so
should
this
anyone
might-
tolerate anything? Well, I don't,
Yeah,
I mean,
well, to survive.
I think, well, yeah, I guess. I got to tolerate some speed limits. I got to tolerate
I
some
mean, it's
other.
kind of an absolutist statement, isn't it? Are we coarsening the discourse?
Yeah.
Let me see the film. I found. Well, I'm sorry, Damien. The film I found wanting. I didn't really like the film. I thought there was one moment that woke me up, and that was when she talks about the idealism that drives the underpins conservative economic theory. And I think that is a really important point that we have to understand. There's a utopian idealism that's driving a lot of conservative economic theory. But Damien, you were gonna say something?
So you asked the question about why do I have to tolerate anything? And at some point in time, within the 41 years I've been walking this earth, there was a point in time where intolerance was acceptable. But there's been
Would be what?
acceptable.
Acceptable.
But there's been a shift in dynamic with political correctness saying that you have to now tolerate any and everything, opinions, lifestyle, etc. Well, and if you don't, then there's something wrong with you. So there's the basis of the ideology right there, is that tolerance has been forced on people, and it shouldn't be. It should be a choice. I don't have to tolerate anything and everything, and you shouldn't have to tolerate it either.
Exactly.
If I get up every morning and go out and start my 72 Buick and it's smoking up the neighborhood, you shouldn't have to tolerate that just as well I shouldn't tolerate you allowing your dog to use my front yard as a bathroom. Those are small examples in the grand scheme of
But
things.
they're perfect examples.
But so now let's go a little larger. Last week we saw a group of white men on a college campus screaming and crying about ideologies of a war that was lost by the Confederates and by the Nazis. But here they are worshiping these. So you have this that took place and that our president is so much acknowledging it. But here's the problem. Why don't you see protests like that in Inglewood, or where I'm from in Houston, Texas, or the Bronx, or Miami, or any other populated area where there are people of color that probably are better armed than they are? You see, you don't see that kind of thing because they know where they can go and do that and get away with it, where it's tolerated. But when they are mapping these things out, what city can we go to in this state? Right? None of them are densely populated by any people of color. None of them. Not a one. But like I said, you won't see that in Houston. You're not going to see it in Inglewood or Compton or Watts or the Hilltop of Tacoma, the Central District of Seattle. it's just not going to happen, right? So they understand the line of tolerance and intolerance. The solution is more of us have to become more intolerant to that's out there that we're forced to be tolerant of.